speaking on the television right now mostly about the coronavirus and the vaccine. So I'm going to turn this around and draw.
Drugs online and ready to come out. We have ensured that our frontline workers have all the tools they need. My administration's invoked the Defense Production Act and related authorities over 100 times and have made a historic investment into our industrial base.
Trying to get
all states that requested PPE from the federal government have received the PPE almost immediately upon request. Every American who needed a ventilator has had access to a ventilator. Think of that. Very complicated piece of equipment, very expensive. And we haven't had one person in this whole country that has requested or needed a ventilator that hasn't had it. Every single request has been immediately filled. So that was something that was a great job. And now we're helping the rest of the world with ventilators because it's a very hard thing. We're producing them thousands of ventilators a month. The federal government has 22,000 beds immediately available for states and jurisdictions that need additional capacity. But we think that it's going to start going down, possibly very quickly. We'll see what happens. But with the vaccine, you'll see numbers going down within a matter of months, and they'll go down very rapidly. As we continue to combat the virus, our economy is rebounding far beyond any expectations. I see the stock market's up almost 400 points today again, and it's ready to break the all-time record. Our jobs records are incredible. The job numbers are incredible. In the last 6 months, we've created over 13 million jobs and slashed the unemployment rate by more than half. Last quarter, we witnessed the fastest economic growth ever recorded in the history of our country, 33.1%. It's a number that is more than double our highest. That was in 1952, and we've more than doubled it. The United States experienced the smallest economic contraction and the most rapid economic recovery of any major Western nation. We went down less and we went up more, which is quite a combination of facts. While healthy Americans have gone back to work and to school, we continue to spare no expense to protect the elderly and the vulnerable. According to some estimates, a national lockdown costs $50 billion a day and hundreds of thousands of jobs every single day. Ideally, we won't go.
This is Liza Donnelly, live drawing a little early. I usually do 5:30 on weekdays, but I thought I'd draw the president speaking. Soon to be ex-president. More orange. Steve wants more orange. Well, if you look at his hair, it's kind of gray, strangely.
A lot of problems to cure.
But his face is orange.
You got to remember, it cannot be worse than the problem itself, and I've said it many times. And when you look at what happens during a lockdown, I just say it very loudly. It's horrible what happens with drugs, alcohol, depression, loss of jobs, business closures.
He's showing compassion, but I don't think he means it.
This administration will not go, under any circumstances, will not go to a lockdown, but we'll be very vigilant, very careful. We understand the disease. It's a complicated disease, but we understand it very
Somebody asked what app am I using? It is called Paper.
As the weather gets colder, it becomes more difficult
It's a great app.
to go outside and to have outside gatherings. And with that, I just want to ask some very talented people to come up and say a few words. General Perna and Dr. Slawi have been incredible. The general is really getting started right now, but it's really what we don't know or what people don't know. He started putting this all together 6 months ago, and you're going to see some real action. So, General, maybe you'll start it off, and then Doctor, you'll go right after that. Thank you very much, and then we're going to finish it off with Mike Pence. Okay? Thank you, please.
Guess that's it for him.
Thank you, sure.
Oops.
Thank you, Mr. President. Hi, everybody. So Operation Warp Speed's mission is to enable and accelerate the development of vaccines and therapeutics to help control the COVID-19 pandemic and save.
It's kind of funny they gave it a name. The vaccine now has a name called Operation, like it's a military event. It's just nuts.
Available and approved for use in the U.S. population by the end of the year 2020. We said then that while very challenging,
it is a cool app. Check it out.
And therefore,
hi, Olga. Hi, Ben. Hi, Peter.
Our best Today,
Hi, Pablo.
6 months later, I think we can say that significant progress has been made. And while we are not there yet, we are
This
close
is for an iPad,
to the objective.
drawing for an iPad.
Let me share with you some facts. If I look
I'm
at
being a little
vaccines,
more
we selected
realistic here than usual.
vaccines using 3 different platform technologies, and we elected to have 2 vaccines from each platform.
What I like about this app is that it's
First platform
intuitive.
was
It's
messenger
very
RNA.
like a
The 2
painter's
vaccines in that platform were in the portfolio,
palette.
one by Pfizer and one by Moderna. The second platform is using what's called live viral vectors, and we had one vaccine from J&J and one
So
vaccine from AstraZeneca.
Trump just spoke about the
third
the
platform was the recombinant protein
COVID, and
with one vaccine from
they're
biotech
calling
company
the
was called Novavax, and
they're calling the distribution of the new vaccine by Pfizer Operation Warp Speed. I think it's a military action.
and 4 of them are in phase 3 trials. And of the 4 that are in phase 3 trials, 2 have effectively completed enrollment in the phase 3 trial, and one of the 2 has announced on Monday to, I think, thrilling information that they had 90% efficacy. That was the Pfizer vaccine, demonstrating that vaccination is possible against COVID-19.
It's not working now. There it goes.
The kind of choices we have made in terms of the efficacy was effective and made us optimistic that other
So I don't have any quote for him.
may also be effective. On Wednesday, the same week, just this Wednesday, Moderna, the other company with the vaccine using similar platform technology.
Oh, the Pfizer. I misspoke. Sorry, did I miss? What is Operation Warp Speed then?
Cases in their trial to allow for first interim analysis, and I would expect that shortly, probably
I
next week,
sometimes am not able to listen completely when I'm drawing, and sometimes with Donald Trump, I actually tune him out.
Using the live vector platform, the J&J vaccine and the AstraZeneca vaccine, have recruited already a few thousand subjects in their trials. I would like to take this opportunity to invite as many Americans as possible who would like to volunteer to participate in this clinical trial.
So
That's the only way we are
I could have him saying something. Let me duplicate this and see if I can think of something for him to say.
The last 2 vaccines, the recombinant protein vaccines.
This app is cool because you can move things around. Like I'll move this down.
In the next few weeks. And while
and I can
developing this vaccine,
get rid of that.
Of course, with the companies that are the sponsors for
How do I get rid of it? I guess I can't.
Very significantly
I'll just erase it.
In the manufacturing of this vaccine in such a way as to when we have the clinical efficacy demonstration.
Let's see, what could he be saying?
We also have vaccine doses to be able to immunize the U.S. population. So the 2 vaccines that are completing their phase 3 trial are likely to be filing their files.
I see a lot of chatter on here.
For potential emergency use authorization within the next few weeks, and hopefully, if approved, they could be used for immunization in the U.S. population in the month of December. And we plan to have enough vaccine doses available for use in the U.S. population to immunize about 20 million individuals in the month of December, and another 25 to 30 million per month on an ongoing basis from there on. And as of the month of February or March, if we have more vaccines approved, such as the live vector vaccine,
all right. Well, I'm going to turn this around and say goodbye. I just wanted to quickly turn this around. And yeah, the app I'm using is called Paper. I'll show you the first drawing I did when he first came on. There's the one, but that one, it's a little over the top on that one. I tried to tone it down a little bit. Sometimes I draw him like this.
Granted an emergency use authorization to treat patients that are infected and at risk of hospitalization. The Regeneron monoclonal antibodies have been also
and
for emergency
put him in short pants because he's a bully.
potentially reaching approval within the next few weeks. And finally, AstraZeneca just in the last few days has received a green light to start 2 large phase 3 trials with their monoclonal antibodies supported by Operation Warp Speed to prevent the acquisition of COVID-19.
His face and his hair have often been the same color. Lately, he's letting his hair go gray, which I think is sort of interesting. But I'm going to still make it orange because that's what people remember.
May be granted an emergency use authorization before the end of this year. I think it's a remarkable.
This is more of a caricature, obviously.
Period of 6 to 7 months. It is important to note that this progress has been achieved
just
without any
drawing for y'all. Let's see.
And at every step has been and is being judged by
Biden.
expert bodies.
I think we have to give him the aviators.
To go into clinical trials, or whether when the data safety monitoring boards review the safety of the studies on an ongoing basis,
A very
and sometimes
tall forehead,
I'm sure you have
a little tuft of hair back there.
AstraZeneca vaccine, for instance. And these same
Not
data
quite.
safety monitoring boards are the independent boards of experts that analyze the efficacy of the vaccines and the safety of the vaccines and tell the companies.
I'm looking at you guys talk to each other. Election is over, guys.
Or not. So it's not the companies, it's not Operation Warp Speed, it's not the US government. It is independent experts that assess the safety and the efficacy.
I'm not a caricaturist by training. I'm more of a cartoonist.
And when the FDA will review these vaccines, and
trying to find a way to caricature Biden.
Have the advice, public advice, from boards. One of them is called the Work Act.
Just so you can see how my colleagues, other cartoonists, draw Biden.
After review of the data, transparently and available to everybody, before the FDA then make its decision to either authorize the vaccine or not authorize it. On that basis, I personally feel very comfortable to say that the vaccines and the
right now, the person speaking on the TV is Dr. Monsef Slowey, scientific head, Operation Warp Speed.
Because I believe vaccination is likely to be the cornerstone among all the other.
Somebody correct me. Is Operation Warp Speed supposed to be the vaccine distribution?
I will now pass to my co-leader, General Perna, who will tell you more about the support that the administration has provided to manufacturing of the vaccine and also to their distribution. Thank you very much.
Mr. President, thank you for allowing me to continue service of our great nation as a co-leader with Dr. Monsef Slaoui on this mission. Let me start by emphasizing for me, what is Operation Warp Speed about? It is about saving lives. And it is a Herculean task that the President put us on many months ago. And as Dr. Slaoui just laid out, we are making steady progress.
All right, well, I'm going to stop now.
We are ready to execute. Through the whole of American approach, we have
the app is called Paper, made by WeTransfer.
Local states.
I'm going to turn you around and say goodbye. It's dark in this room, so.
To achieve our mission. It has been powerful. We have capitalized
Did I lose you?
Best contracting, logistics.
I think I've lost.
All right, you've been listening
Lost connection.
And officials who have been working on the successful Operation Warp Speed.
There's Jake Tapper. Okay, hi. Thanks for joining me, Liza Donnelly, cartoonist and writer for The New Yorker, The New York Times, many other places, and HAPS News, HAPS TV. So thanks for joining me. Usually I do this at 5:30, but I thought I'd go on early today to draw Trump. And because who knows what he was going to say. He stuck to the script this time. He talked about the virus and the vaccination. And hi, Peter. Thanks, Peter. So yeah, thanks for being here. Have a great weekend, everybody. Wear your mask, and I will see you on Monday, live drawing something else, or just drawing something else.